What's up, guys? My name is Ty Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a trading, investing, and entrepreneurship channel. This is not a tech or a crypto political channel. Okay. In this video, guys, I want to share with you guys a common saying in the world of trading. Okay, when you first enter trading, okay, whether it's stocks, futures, forex, options, crypto, anything like that, you often hear this statistic that over 90% of traders fail, over 90% of traders lose money, the majority of traders lose money, the majority of traders fail, the majority of traders never make any money. Okay, now I don't know if this statistic applies to day traders, it applies to short-term traders, it applies to swing traders, long-term traders. I don't know. I don't know where this statistic comes from. I don't know who came out with it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. But here's one thing I do know. I do know that the majority of traders do not make money in trading. Okay, they do not. I started learning how to trade many years ago, informally. I think since like 2000, and then I formally learned how to trade in 2000, starting in 2007, and then I did well enough to where the school that I was learning from recruited me to become one of their trader coaches. And so I started my career in teaching people how to trade and coaching them how to be successful in the stocks, forex, futures, options market in 2010. And then I did that up until the time that I retired at the beginning of 2017, okay? Late 2016, early 2017, okay? So I did that for many years. So I coached traders in the traditional markets for nearly 7 years, and then I've been coaching people in the crypto market since 2013, when we started one of the first trading and investing channels in the world on trading and investing in crypto, okay? And with my background and my experience, I'm not sharing that with you guys to brag with you guys, my background and my experience in trading, and that's not the reason why, right? The reason why I'm sharing that with you guys is so that you guys have a frame of where I'm speaking from, like, so you understand, like, why am I about to say what I'm about to say about why the majority of traders fail, okay? So that you know that, hey, you know, Ty has some experience. He's been working with hundreds of trading students in his career, in his past life, you know, before he retired. And this is where he is deriving his data and his logic and his reasoning from. And this is not just emotional crap that he just pulled out his butt somewhere, okay? So here's where it comes down to, guys, right? Let me explain to you guys how everybody makes money before they get into crypto, okay? The way that most people make money is that they come from a field. When I was coaching the traders, most of them were engineers. They were architects, they were software engineers, they were hardware engineers, they were electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, they were doctors, they were surgeons. Out of all the medical people, the one that we trained the most were dentists. Don't know why, but there's a lot of dentists. And then second would be cardiologists. I worked with lots of cardiologists, okay? So because of that, right, these people who are very educated from an academic perspective, they will come into crypto, right? I'm not talking about the people like myself who grew up in the ghetto, who sold drugs in the ghetto, who went to prison for nearly 14 years and came out and had to start their life over in their mid-30s. I'm not talking about those people like me, the blue-collar people, the lower-class people. I'm talking about the professional people, right? Because that was the majority of the people that we taught were professionals who had made enough money to where they had extra money to where they can take that extra money and invest it into the stock market or into the forex or the futures market or the gold market or things like that, right? The biggest problem that causes people to lose money in trading is this, and I'll share several of them with you, okay? First of all, people grow up in a culture and a society where they were taught to be right. They had to be right. Like, you go to school, you get good grades in school because you get A's in school and a high score and a high grade in school because you were right on your exams. You were right on your pop quizzes. You were right in your research papers, right? So all that stuff, right? Hey, stop throwing that in here because it's water splashing on me, okay? So because of that, people have a mindset that, I need to be right. I just want you guys to pay attention to that. I need to be right. And then when the engineers, the architects, and the doctors, and the lawyers, when they go into their profession, they have to be right. If they're not right, they don't make any money. So they went to school, they were taught that they had to be right in order to pass school, and then to go to college. And then when we get to college, they had to be right and pass college, and then get into a law school or medical school or engineering school, and then they had to be right to get their engineering degree, their law degree, or their medical degree, and their licenses and stuff, right? So when they come out, they take the exams from the government, and they pass the exams, they get their legal law license or their medical license or things like that to practice law, to practice medicine, to practice architecture, things like that, right? So I want you guys to notice that throughout the entire person's life, we have been taught to be right, or else we don't move forward. We don't get ahead. We don't progress. Hey, stop throwing it at each other. If you throw it and it falls out the building, it's going to hit somebody in the head down on the streets, and then we're going to get sued for that. Okay? Stop throwing those toys at each other. Okay? So because of that, guys, we don't have the idea of being wrong. Like, it's in our blood, it's in our culture, it's in our DNA, it's in our mindset that we cannot be wrong. We cannot be wrong. We cannot go into trading and be wrong, okay? And that is one of the biggest friction points, and that's in the world of trading, that's called an internal friction. Internal friction is when your mind, your brain believes this is how it should be done, and then when you go out into the world, the reality is completely different. Like, this is, I need to be right, or else somebody's going to die in the hospital if I'm not right. The building is going to collapse if I design that building wrong, or mechanically it's not right. So as an engineer, I have to design that building correctly, or it's going to collapse, that bridge is going to collapse, that car is going to explode. I have to be right, okay? If I'm not right in court, my client is going to lose, and I can't win his case for him, so I have to be right with my law and my legal work. So we've always been taught to be right, or else we don't get ahead in life, financially or just in life in general, right? But when we come into trading, no one tells us that the majority of the trades that we make will lose money. No one tells us that. When we go into the business world, no one ever tells us that the majority of the businesses that we start are going to fail, okay? That book, there's a famous business book called The E-Myth, and I remember it saying in there something like that 90% of the small businesses failed. All the new businesses that start up, it fails within the first year. So the fact that our cryptocurrency .market business has not failed, like we're still in business and we're still hiring people during this bear market, I am grateful. I am thankful that we took the time to learn how to build a business, and we had enough a mental capacity to follow the rules and follow people. I just dropped my camera that I was filming my kids in the water because the wind was blowing too hard. Good thing that this is a Samsung S7 Active, and it's a waterproof phone, so it dropped in the water by about 2 feet, and I grabbed it, pulled it back out, and it still records. Matter of fact, the recording never stopped. Okay. Anyways, so because we were taught, like we had to be right, or else we cannot we cannot move ahead in life. We had that mindset, and no one tells us that, hey man, when you go and start a business, 90% chance that if 10 guys or if 100 people start a new business this year, at the end of the year, 90% of them are going to fail and never make it to the second year, okay? So the fact that we made it past the first year in 2017, we made it past the second year in 2018, we are on track. I'm really thankful that I have some really good business partners with the Honorable Grandmaster LeonFu.com and with David Fong, and that our business is going to survive, okay? And I'm very grateful for that. And keep in mind, guys, when I say that our business is going to survive, keep in mind that I built like almost 58 websites already, and none of them, they all failed except for cryptocurrency.market. So don't think that just because we did not fail with crypto, that Leon and Leon and David, this was their first business, but it was not my first business. I had already tried to start 58 other, nearly 58 other websites already, and they all failed miserably, horribly, before I was able to make a profit from cryptocurrency.market. So the statistics, I believe that 90% of businesses fail. I completely believe that because it happened to most of the businesses I tried to start out ever since I came out of prison, okay? So the other thing too is that 90% of businesses fail, and then I think that after 5 years later, 90% of the remaining ones fail. In other words, if 100 businesses start today, after year one, 90%, there's only going to be 10 left because 90% of them fail. And then after 5 years, out of the 10 that survive until the 5th year, only 1 is going to survive. The other 90 are going to be dead or out of business or not making a profit. Okay, so the statistics are that after 5 years, only 1 in 100 businesses will ever succeed and be profitable. Okay, so the fact that we were profitable for 2 years in a row, I'm very happy with that. Okay, now on the trading side, right? No one ever tells us that, hey Ty, when I first started trading, the reason why I was struggling so much, that I had a few heart attacks from struggling to learn how to trade, and lost, like, most of my hair is gone, like it's thin. Like if you look at my older brother and you look at my uncle and you look at my dad, none of them, you can see their scalp. They're way older than I am, and I'm 47 years old. My dad's like almost 70 years old, and he still has a full thick head of hair because he wasn't stressed out trying to learn how to trade like I did, okay? And the reason why I was so stressed out and I was losing money all the time was because no one ever told me, not one freaking instructor ever told me that, Ty, no matter what you do in trading, the majority of your trades will not make money. So you gotta, instead of learning how to make more winning trades, you gotta focus on how to make the trades, the small number of trades, right? The small number of trades that you do make that are winners, you gotta make those trades so that they are massive winners. You can't just have small winners. When you win, you got to win big, okay? You gotta have a system set up so that it's okay for 2/3 of your trades, for 66% of your trades to be losing money, as long as it's a small loss. But then the other 34% of your trades, when they win, a few of those have to be, they win so big that they make up for all the losses you made, plus there's still left over for you to be profitable, okay? No one ever told me that. No one ever told me that. I had dozens of trading mentors, dozens of trading instructors, and they worked their butt off to help me learn to become traders, but not one of them ever told me that, Ty, no matter what you do, when you are learning how to be a trend trader, not a scalper, but a trend trader, learning to capture trends in the market, that 66% of your trades will not make money. It's guaranteed. Like, I cannot guarantee you guys profits, but I can guarantee you this, that the majority of your trades, when you are a trend trader, the majority of your trades will not make money, right? So what happened was, most traders, including myself when I first started, we were going from, oh, you know what, let me go try, these moving average crossovers, right? Oh, this doesn't make any money. Let me go and try this Fibonacci stuff, these strategies, like, hey man, that was the reason why I didn't make any money, because I didn't know these Fibonacci ratios. I didn't know them. If I knew these Fibonacci ratios, right, they would be, I would have made profit. Over here, I try to use these moving average strategies, and I was only right, like 40% of the time. Over here, I use these Fibonacci's, and I'm only right, you know what? I'm right 45% of the time. Instead of 40%, it's like 45%. Over here, right? And then after a while, right, I still lose. If I'm right 45% of the time, I'm still wrong. I still lose money on 55% of my trades. So even though it's better than this strategy over here, I still lose money. So hey, you know what? After I blow out my account using this nonsense strategy, let me go over here, the Elliott wave theory, right? All these waves, like everything that you guys hear about this wave, that wave, XYZ wave, this wave theory, that wave theory, it all derived from Elliott wave theory, okay? It's all the same. They just renamed it different. And don't write to me and ask me, hey, what do you think about this wave theory or that wave theory? They're all the same. They're all based off of Elliott wave theory, okay? And which is a bunch of nonsense. Elliott never even traded. I don't believe that guy ever traded. You have to prove to me, he has to prove to me, right, that he has traded, right, and made money trading for a living before I even believe that his stuff even works, okay? But it's okay, if you believe it works, right? Let's say you use this and now you're right, 60% of the time and you're only wrong 40% of the time. Guess what? You're still wrong 40% of the time. You're never gonna be 100%. So it doesn't matter in trading if you're 40% right, 45% right, 50% right, 60% right, 70%. There is always a percentage of the time where you won't be right and you lose money on that trade. So knowing that, you gotta know that. You gotta understand that the majority of the time my trades will not make money. So how do I create a system or a process, not a strategy, not an entry signal, not an exit signal, not some fancy schmancy Fibonacci strategy or Elliott wave or XYZ wave theory, right? What kind of system, right, or what kind of process can I put in place so that when I trade, I can afford to be wrong the majority of the time, and the minority of the times that I am right, that the winners are big enough to compensate for all my losses to where I can still be profitable, okay? Most traders do not know how to build that system, okay? Our team is one of the few teams that I know of that understands that concept in theory and knows how to put it into application in reality, okay? If you are interested in something like that, right, go get you a copy of our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. You can find it at www.cryptocurrency.market, right, /blueprint, okay? Again, it's www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. Go get you a copy, and in that blueprint, we lay out the entire system and the entire process that we have built that allows us to be able to create a winning system to where even if we are wrong 2/3 of the time, we can still make money in the long run, okay? So this is the number one reason that I believe that traders lose money, is because they don't understand, they don't know that they're walking into a game where they will lose the majority of the time. So it's an emotional and stressful event for them. Every time they go trade, they can't understand, like, why do I keep losing money? Why does this trade keep going against me? Why is this trade losing money? Okay, they just pound their head, pull their hair like I did, right? And that's how I ended up with several heart attacks. Because, man, I swear, it was so frustrating, right? It was so frustrating. And it wasn't until I started trading, I made my first live trade, right? After years and years of learning, I finally had the courage to make my first live trade in the stock market in March of 2008. Right when the stock market was about to crash, right? I started learning how to trade during the biggest stock market crash in human history, okay? But I learned a lot. Okay? That's why this bear market that we're in right now in crypto land, I love it, because that's when we learn. That's when we learn what we did right. That's what whenever the market is going up, just remember this, guys, when the market is going in our favor, we think that we are a God. We think we are Buddha. We think we are Allah, okay? We think we cannot do anything wrong. Lots of traders did that, including ourselves, including our team. But the bear market tells us what we did right and what we did wrong, what we should have done and what we should not have done, okay? So that's the reason why we're building the software, we're building the tools, we're building the portfolio management software right now during this bear market, so that we make the correct actions and are more efficient as traders in the next bull market, okay? So when you guys hear that traders fail, right, I want you guys to know that, or when you are failing in trading, I want you to know that, remember that you grew up the majority of your life learning to be right. And in trading, it's not a game of being right or wrong. It is a game of probability. That the probability that this is going to go in your favor is this amount. The probability that this trade is going to go in my favor, every time I take a trade, I know that the probability that this is going to go in my favor is about 32 to 34%, somewhere around there, because I am a trend trader. Our team are trend traders. We are not scalpers. We are not short-term traders trying to come in, grab 1 or 2 ticks, 1 or 2 pennies, 1 or 2 satoshis, and jump back out. That, to us, that's working a day job. That is working. That is having a job that's a trading job. That's not investing. That's not trading. That's not serious trading to us. Okay, that's just scalping the markets, coming in, trying to get a few Bitcoins or trying to get a few ticks here, a few $100 and come back out. We are not that type of people. If you are looking to scalp the markets, we are not that type of people. We are not, the cryptocurrency investing blueprint is not going to teach you how to scalp the markets and pull a few ticks here, a few ticks there, a few Satoshis here, a few Satoshis there, a few bucks here, a few bucks there. That's not what it's for. Because the reason why we don't teach scalping and extremely short-term trading is because I have not seen anyone do that profitably and successfully. That's the reason why. We have not, on our team, we have not seen someone out of all those years of coaching and teaching people how to trade, I have not seen someone make money consistently for a living by scalping the markets. If there is, great, but I didn't see it. So I cannot turn around and coach you or teach someone else how to do something that my eyes have not seen somebody do profitably, okay? And I have seen lots of traders. I have seen more live trading accounts than any other human being I have ever met in my life, okay? So I say that because most people make comments and they say they research trading and stuff. They've never even seen another person's live trading account, okay? So how can you do research when you haven't even seen another human being's live trading account to see what's going on, why they're losing money or why they're making money, okay? So, now, why is this important that you understand that trading is a game of probability? Well, the reason is because if you understand that, hey, the majority of my trades are not going to make money, then when you lose money on that single trade, you don't let it affect you emotionally. You don't let it affect you mentally why my trading system is not making money. You just know that that's just one piece of the puzzle. I'll give you guys an example. When you go play roulette, at the casinos, you can bet on black and you can bet on red. Now, if the roulette wheel was split in half, 50-50, to where, hey, half of it is red and half of it is black, right? That would be okay. Then it'd be a fair game. But it's not a fair game because half of it is black, half of it is red, but then there's two greens at the ends of the roulette wheel. Those two green colors belong to the house. So those two green colors does not appear to be a big deal. But over the long term, over one single spin, over one single play, or over 10 plays or 20 plays, we cannot see the advantage that the house has. But over 100 plays, over 100 spins of the wheel, over 1,000 spin, we will see that the house has I don't know what the advantage they have is, like 5%, 6%, 10%, I don't know what the number is, but I'm sure it's somewhere around 5% or higher or somewhere. I know that it's a positive number, okay? It's not a very big number, but it's a positive number to where they allow you to play it. They can pay you, right, for your huge wins. You can put up $100 and win $200, $300, $400, $500, but over a long term, you will lose money to them. I know that because I have lost several thousands of dollars on the roulette wheel, okay, so that my trading mentor, Scott, can teach me what probability means, okay? Maybe one of these days I will find a casino that lets me film the roulette wheel and I will demonstrate. I will take my own money and I will demonstrate for you what I'm talking about, okay? So in trading, right, you cannot freak out when the majority of your trades do not make money. You cannot freak out about that, okay? You cannot freak out when that happens, and you cannot freak out when you take more losses than you take gains. The key in trading is not how many gains that you have, how many winning trades you have. The secret to trading is how can you get those winning trades to be so big that it makes up for all the losses and more, and still be profitable. That's the secret to trading, okay, that a lot of people don't want to talk about, okay? Now, and so what happens is when you grow up and you think that, oh, when I learn how to do this correctly, I should be right and I should make money. See, people think that, oh, if you teach me, Ty, how to do A, B, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this, step 4, do this, step 5, do this, I'll make money. That's what everybody believes in trading. That's what everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants to come to us and learn how to trade and say, oh, hey, Ty, can you show me how I can just do step 1, step 2, step 3, do this, and this, make money. This, make money. Because that's how law works. That's how medicine works. That's how engineering works. That's how all the professions that you do, that's how it works. You reduce your calories when you go to the gym, exercise, you lose weight. You lift weights, you eat a little extra calories, you gain muscle, you gain weight, okay? There's a systematic formula that if you do A, you get B result, and it's pretty consistent. It's very, very consistent. And when I say it's very consistent, I'm saying that, hey, the majority of the time, it works, okay? But in trading, you can learn from us how to trade, and we tell you, hey, do A, B, C, and D, and it makes you money. A, B, C, and D, and it doesn't make you money. A, B, C, and D makes money. A, B, and C, and D, it doesn't make money. So there's no rhyme or reason. But if you do it over a long period of time, over a large sample size, if you just do like 1 or 2 trades or 10 trades, you won't see that. You just think, oh, our system is crap. But if you do it over a long term, over many trades, and when I say many trades, I'm talking about like over 50 trades, that's just the absolute bare statistical sample size that we need. Usually it's about 300 trades. So if you make about 300 trades, you'll start to see that, hey man, you know what? I average about, Ty was right. The way that they trend trade, they average about 32, 34%, and they lose the other 2/3 of the time. But out of that 32 winning trades that they have, there's going to be 4 or 5 that are such big winners that it makes up for all their losses, okay? For example, right, I made a bunch of trades. When I first got into crypto, lost money here, lost money there, made money here, made money there. But it was never anything that was life-changing until I made the trade on Ethereum. And that trade alone, even if I quit today, is still enough to give my family a retirement. Okay? Just that one trade. Just that one trade alone. And that's not including the waves, that's not including Neo, that's not including Stratus, that's not including all these other, multiple 1,000x trades that we got into. Okay? But when we size our bets small, right? And we took advantage of that, okay? So the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is that I know that it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating. I've been there. I've lost my account multiple times, guys, learning how to trade. I've lost my account several times. I don't know if anybody else has lost their account more times than I have. Like, if you've lost it more than 7, 8, 9 times, let me know. Write to me. Let me know. Call me up on Skype. Call me on my office number. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you're doing. Let's get it right. Let's get it right this time so that the next time, and let's get ready so that when the bull market gets ready to go up, that you are prepared. Let's not, it's okay to lose 7 or 8 accounts. I lost it. That's how I learned how to trade, right? But I also had the right mentors to guide me and make sure I learned how to do it correctly, okay? So what I want to say is this, guys. If you want to increase your chances of becoming that 10% of traders that do make a large sum of money, okay? You can be struggling right now, guys. I don't recommend you guys quit and give up, okay? It's a struggle, but let me tell you something. I want to ask you guys something. You remember that the fantasies that you had, the dreams, the financial fantasies that you had? Like, you're going to be driving in a Ferrari, driving in a Lambo, living in big houses, right? That dream that you had, that fantasy that you had, the kind of money that you would make from trading, right? It's all true once you learn how to trade. It's all true. It's not a fantasy, okay? I know of like me and leonfood.com, you guys don't see us with all those lavish material things, simply because we got a bunch of kids. Look, I mean, I got 2 kids right here. They're jumping up and down in the pool right here. They're making all that noise in the background, But to me, that's more precious to me. That's more beautiful to me than driving around right now in a Ferrari that my kids can't fit in, and my wife can't fit in, and my newborn child cannot fit in, okay? So whenever I'm at a point in my life to where that makes sense, then I'll get it. But right now, I need to focus on my family and my kids here, right? And I'm sharing this with you guys because a lot of times it's frustrating. I almost quit. I almost gave up. Like almost 3 times I tried to quit trading, but I couldn't because I kept telling myself that I gotta be that 10%, man, that makes that ungodly amount of money in trading. I gotta be that 10%. I can do it. I've made all the stupid mistakes I could possibly make in trading. I've learned from it. There's only a few more that I gotta make. There's only a few more that I gotta make before I break through to the other side. Okay, and luckily I stuck to it, I figured it out, I broke through to the other side, okay? I have documented everything that we have learned and that I have learned and our team have learned from trading and allowed us to retire early. It's all documented in the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint. You can get you a copy at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint, right? So go get your copy today, learn how to do it right, and stop goofing around and trying to figure it out on your own, okay? Don't be part of that 90% or whatever it is, or the majority that lose money in trading. Be part of the minority that makes an ungodly amount of life-changing profits, okay? So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I hope that now that you understand that the majority of the trades that you make in trading are not going to make money, I hope that you spend the time to build a system or a process, right? It's like stringing a net, a fishing net across the river, and you just wait, and when the big fish come through, you're gonna catch it. But along the way, there's gonna be some small fish that go through the holes in the net. It's okay. They'll grab the bait and take off, you know, it's okay. But as long as that big fish that comes through, we catch it, that's what we wanna do. We wanna build a system or a process so that when that big fish comes through our net, right, we are prepared to capture it. Many of you guys did not capture that and did not have that net ready, so when 2017 came along, you could not take advantage of it. And many of you did not have that net ready, and when 2013, the first big bull market that happened, you guys weren't there either, and then it happened again in 2017. It's okay to make that mistake once or twice. Let's not let it happen again the third time, okay? So thanks for watching this video. If you guys like it, give me a thumbs up. If you have ideas for future videos, leave it in the comment section below. And if you're one of my long-term time trolls, you know, leave something original if you can. You know, I know it's hard for you trolls out there, you know, because, you know, to be a broke ass and come up with something original, but make an effort, okay? And if not, just say, hey man, I've been your long-term time troll, Ty, and I can't come up with anything original. I'm just gonna put the same nonsense that I've been putting for the last 6-7 years, okay? All right, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as long as you're being honest, okay? So leave it in there. Follow me on Twitter at HeyTyZen, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thank you.